All right. Today's topic is um, the marketing mix, or the four P's of marketing, and this is really like the foundation of what marketing should be. Marketing does consist of these things, and so anytime we're talking about marketing communications or any marketing topic, we really have to start here. And those four P's, in case you weren't sure, it's been a moment since you've taken a marketing class, or maybe you've just forgotten, or maybe it's your first one. Those four P's are product, price, promotion, and place. And anything to do with marketing falls under those four categories. So let's walk through each of them. So a product can be a product or a service. Is typically something tangible, but doesn't have to be. You think about tangible products that people think of. They think of clothes, they think of cars, they think of homes. Those are all products. But remember, product can also be a service. So it could be lawn mowing, it could be a massage, it could be executive coaching. Those are all products. And if we think about products as a whole, they're built a certain way. Maybe they're built with a higher quality in mind, and they'll say that they'll last longer. Or maybe they're built with a really low quality in mind, and it's just something that you use once or twice, right? And we'll get into how that all ties together here in a moment. But the next P is price. And so when you're thinking about higher quality items, one of the first things you're going to do is think about, well, how much is this going to cost me? You might think about how much it's going to cost you today. You might also think about how much it's going to cost you in the long haul if you get a cheap version right away. You think about that a lot with like construction services. It might be cheaper to do it yourself initially, but it might pay off in the long haul to have somebody help you, right? So that can be price. Promotion is how the word gets out about something. Okay. So, if we think about price as how much we pay for something, promotion is typically how we hear about it. I don't know. And so this is a really great option. So promotion is how we hear about it. It's, whether we see that as an ad on social media, that tends to be how we think about promotion. But it could be a friend talking about it. It could be a press release. It could be all sorts of things. So most of this class centers around the promotional elements. And so we'll spend most of these 8 weeks talking about promotion. And then the last P, or the last part of the marketing mix, is place. So it's, where can I buy it, right? If we think about kind of how that works, maybe we don't want to go out somewhere to buy it. We want to buy it on Amazon. And so we get that place here, right? It gets shipped to our home. That's really valuable to us. Place can also be, where am I willing to go to get it, as well. So sometimes I'll say, oh man, I don't want to drive an hour to get there. That's not worth it to me. And then when we think about how all of these play together, that's important. So people will drive a long way to save a little bit of money, right? So that's how place and price might interact, right? If you make it convenient for me and the cost is fairly affordable in my mind, that's important, right? Or we're willing to pay more of a price for a better product. Okay. We can also think about that as promotion and product. Sometimes we don't buy the best product for us. We buy the best product that we've heard about. Right. And so that's a nice combiner too. Right. So we can think about how all of these things come together in different ways. And that is marketing. So once again, we're going to spend most of our time during these next 8 weeks on promotion, but I wanted to kind of think about how we could do that. So when we think about how we apply the marketing mix, we can think about that in different ways. But when we think about it as it relates to your Midland education, you know, the product is the services that are being provided to you, not only through the class, but through advising and other mediums. Um, and that is the product, right? With the idea that you'll get a degree at the end. Price is whatever you pay for the service. Promotion is, how did you hear about it? Maybe you heard about it at work. Maybe you attended Midland for your undergraduate work. Maybe you had a friend do it, right? that could be promotion. And the place is really interesting because it's online, right? It's meant to be convenient for everyone. And so these are all the things that you can kind of think about as you go through here. But then think about some other companies and think about how it applies in other ways. Think about a product that you really wanted, but the price was too high, or you waited for it to go on sale, or you think about a product that maybe you didn't need or want, but the price was right, so you just did it anyway. Or the time that you paid a really high price for a product that you didn't really love, and you're kind of sour about it, right? So there's all these examples of how these four things, these four parts of the marketing mix play together. And I'm excited to explore those with you as you go through the class, but specifically the promotion element.